With exactly 1 week to go until Election Day, county clerks and the Secretary of State, Benson, are urging voters not to rely on the mail to get their ballots in on time.
Instead, they're encouraging you to drop your absentee ballots in a secure drop box or at your clerk's office. There's also some important deadlines they need you to keep in mind.
Your right to vote is sacred, and so is your right to safety.
And Kent County Clerk Lisa Posthumous-Lyons wants to make sure your vote gets counted.
At this point in the election, with 7 days out, I do not encourage putting your absentee ballot in the mail.
She, along with Secretary of State Benson, making those recommendations as the clock ticks towards November 3rd.
I want to encourage all voters who want to cast their absentee ballot to return their ballot in one of our secure drop boxes in the jurisdiction where you are registered to vote. Or I want to encourage you to hand deliver your absentee ballot to your city or your township clerk.
Posthumous-Lyons says Kent County has sent out more than 205,000 absentee ballots this year, more than double the 2016 presidential election. They're part of the more than 3.1 million sent out statewide. So far, more than 2 million absentee ballots have been collected in Michigan. Those numbers are the reason Posthumous-Lyons says it'll take longer to learn the results.
It's not a delay. Counting your votes is the process. So just please be patient, and we're going to do everything we can to report those results as quickly as possible, but we're not going to sacrifice security and accuracy for speed.
And if you've already sent in your absentee ballot but changed your mind, there's time to correct it through the clerk's office.
We are not an early voting state. We are an absentee voting state, and you have a right to spoil your already submitted absentee ballot for whatever reason until 10 a.m. the Monday before the election.
With more focus on ballot drop boxes, Posthumous-Lyons wants to reassure everyone that they're safe.
All of our drop boxes are locked, secure with lock and key. They are checked multiple times a day, and many of them have security cameras to make sure that those who utilize the drop box can do so with confidence.
Just make sure they get there before the deadline.
If your ballot is not to your clerk, or placed in a secure drop box by 8 o'clock, that ballot by law cannot count.
And if you'd still prefer heading to the polls November 3rd, Posthumous-Lyons says that they are ready.
The polls will be open and it will be safe. Our clerks across the county have been busy modifying our polling locations to adhere to CDC safety guidelines and proper physical distancing as well. It will be safe to vote in person.
Now, some other deadlines to keep in mind. This Friday is the very last day that you can request an absentee ballot to be sent to you in the mail. Again, they still want you to drop that off at a clerk's office or in a drop box. They say that they've gotten about 71% of requested absentee ballots back for Kent County.